Yo, this is Wisdom of a Hoodlum, episode 1. And today, we're going to talk about accountability. Accountability for actions and decisions that we make in our lives every day that we know are hurting us and harming us, right? And I want y'all to think about something. Think about you coming up to a road, and then you got a split in the road. You got two splits. I want you to imagine it's nighttime, and imagine the street light, and imagine you standing under the street light. All right. And on these two roads, you got a dark path and you got a light path. This darkness is super dark, no light, no nothing. But this light is overwhelming. It's an overwhelming bright light, right? Now let's say before you got to the split in the road, you were in the dark, right? It's nighttime. And let's just say this is your first time seeing the light. I'm making an analogy, okay? Stay with me. But let's say this is your first time seeing the light, right? Now when you come to this split in the road, you don't know which way to go, because both of them are equally as scary. You don't know the light, and you don't know what's in the light. You don't know the dark, and you don't know what's in the dark. But since it's nighttime outside and you've been walking around in the dark, you go to the dark road, right? Now once you start walking on that dark road, for a second, it's thrilling because you don't know what lies at the end. But let's say you about 15 minutes into walking and the thrill and adrenaline goes away. So you run back out as fast as you can and you come back to the split in the road where the street light is. Now at this place you got a little bit of light. Before you make a decision, you got a little bit of light from that street light. You got a little bit of clarity from that street light. Now you look at the light and it scares you, because the only thing you've known is darkness and following darkness and being in the darkness, right? Now let's talk about accountability, right? Once you start taking accountability for your actions, that's when you'll start to notice genuine change. Now what I mean by accountability for your actions is think about all the circumstances in your life that you have control over and that you don't have control over, and categorize the two. And the stuff that you have no control over, just, you know what I'm saying, to the best of your ability, handle that. But we not focused on that because it's out of our hands, out of our control, right? So let's focus on the things that we can do to improve ourselves, right? No matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? It can be anything. Whatever it is, however many things that it is holding you back. What you gotta do is you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Evaluate the situation that you're in. Analyze yourself and then come to a conclusion. Stop. Analyze the situation that you're in. Realize the outcome of the actions that you can make and make the best one that you think is the right choice. Now let's say the best one to do is porn, right? Let's say you're addicted to porn. We both know that at the end of that video, when you finally do what you do, it ain't gonna feel too good. You're gonna wanna stop. You're gonna be disappointed in yourself. And if you ain't disappointed in yourself, then that just means your testosterone is depleted to the point of no return. But me personally, I can't do it, because once I do, it just destroys my instinct, man. It sucks. So let's talk about porn, all right? Realize and take accountability for all the times you said you was gonna stop, you never did. Take accountability for all them times. Be mad at yourself, because that's what I had to do. I had to just be mad at myself first. You know what I'm saying? I had to be mad at myself first before I could really start to change on the inside. I had to get mad at the things that was going on that I knew I could have stopped, but I didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? All the times I said I was gonna quit, I didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? Every decision we make in life leads somewhere. And usually it can be split between two roads. Like I said, it can be split between two roads usually. At the end of these two roads, there's a very different outcome, right? Now let's say you're on that road and you decide to walk into the light. Now, your whole life you've been on this road and it's been nighttime. And your whole life you've been going through these splits in the road. But you never really chose the light. You only ever really stood under the street light before you went back into the darkness. Once you step into the light, you realize that it was the first turn you should have took. You realize it was the first thing you should have done. All along. You realize it was a decision you should have made all along. And the moment you decide to just go into the light is the moment you realize you should have been there all along. Is that right? But until you take accountability, you can never really change. And I'll go deeper into that as we do more videos, but the first thing you have to do if you really want to change the way you are or change your life is taking accountability for everything that you've done wrong purposefully. Or maybe not purposely, maybe you didn't know. But if it's in your power to alter it or change it, then that's what you gotta do. I'd advise, this is the way I look at life, right? I see myself as the player. I'm the player in this game, right? I'm the player. And life is the game, right? Or whatever you want to say, however you want to put it, but this is how I put it. I'm the player and life is the game. And in this game, I want the best build, the best experience that I can have. You know what I'm saying? Either you can go through life not knowing where you're going. You can go through life sad. You can go through life mad. You can go through life continuing to do the things that bring you into a hole of darkness, or you can decide to stop. And there will be no change until you genuinely decide that you want to quit what you're doing. But until the end, nobody can help you. You know what I'm saying? And it's really that simple. It's just to take accountability for what you've done and realize that you do want change. The second you genuinely feel in your heart that you want to change, that's when you'll begin to change. And it won't take long to change after that. But yeah, this is just it's like a brief little rundown. That's a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of advice. You know what I'm saying? The moment you decide you want to change, you start with your mind. And then your heart too. But yeah.